She froze when her phone lit up in the dark room. Her heart raced and her hand shook. She had just read his message. It said, "Where are you?" She felt a cold lump in her chest. Every word he sent felt like a command she had to obey. She could not breathe until he was near. She wanted to shut off her phone but could not. She needed his last word. She needed his first word. Her world stopped until she saw his name on the screen. She wondered, what if he never texted again? What would she do? Mia watched the sunrise alone. She had promised to meet him but stayed home. Her mind kept going back to his last text. She felt empty without his reply. She told herself she was fine, but her heart disagreed. Every small sound made her check her phone. She missed his laugh, his voice, his calm words. She felt pulled toward him like a flower toward the sun. Yet she could not leave her bed until he spoke. She wanted his peace more than her morning coffee. How would she carry on without his morning greeting? He called in the afternoon. Mia's breath caught. His voice warmed her chest. He asked about her day and she told small truths. Still, she waited for him to say he loved her first. She needed the words to feel safe. When he said them, relief washed over her. Her world brightened for a moment. She forgot chores and work. She felt like a child waiting for praise, but then her mind raced. What if he stopped saying it? Panic rose in her throat. Could she trust herself to be calm without his words? Mia planned a quiet dinner alone. She tried to fill her time with cooking and music. She set 2 plates just in case he came. She checked her phone every minute. When he didn't arrive, her heart sank. She felt shaky and small. She realized she had counted on him without a thought. She looked at her empty chair and felt tears build. She wondered if she had asked too much. She thought of calling him, but feared being too needy. She wanted to feel strong but felt weak instead. How could she learn to stand on her own feet? He texted late that night. "Sorry," he said. Mia read the word over and over. She felt relief and anger swirl together. She typed a reply but deleted it twice. She knew she depended on him too much. She closed her eyes and pictured herself walking without him. Her heart still pounded. She wanted to trust herself. She took a breath and wrote, "It's okay. Good night." She put down her phone and stared at the dark ceiling. She asked herself, can she sleep without his last word? She felt a small spark of courage grow. The next morning, Mia set her phone aside. She went for a walk in the park. She listened to birds instead of waiting for a text. Every step felt strange and new. She felt air fill her lungs in a different way. She noticed flowers, children playing, and dogs running free. She smiled softly at strangers. She realized she could send herself small, happy moments. She didn't need his words to feel joy. She felt a light breeze on her face. A quiet voice inside asked, could she find comfort in simple things alone? At work, Mia focused on her tasks. She did her best on a project she cared about. Her mind still flicked to her phone, but she pinned it face down on her desk. When she felt tempted, she took a deep breath. She told herself she was capable. She talked kindly to herself like she would to a friend. She felt proud as she finished her work early. When the day ended, she left her phone in her bag. She realized she could choose when to see his name. She felt a quiet strength she hadn't known before. That evening, he called again. Mia felt her heart flutter. She held the phone at arm's length. She listened without clinging. They shared laughs and plans for the weekend. She smiled and felt free to end the call first. She said, I'll text you tomorrow. He replied with a simple, good night. She put the phone down gently. She didn't replay his words in her mind. Instead, she thought of her own day. She felt calm as she went to sleep. She realized she could open and close her heart, not leave it always open. On Saturday, Mia met a friend for coffee. She spoke about her new freedom. She told her friend she felt lighter. She realized she hadn't mentioned her partner in hours. She laughed at a joke she heard. She felt fully there, not half waiting. She drank her coffee slowly. She noticed the mug's warmth and the steam rising. She felt proud of her new habit, being present. She understood that she could enjoy moments alone and with others. She looked at her phone and felt calm, knowing she could message when it felt right, not because she had to. Mia bought a small notebook. She wrote down one thing she liked about herself each night. She filled pages slowly. Some nights she wrote, "I am kind," or "I am brave." She flipped through old pages when she felt shaky. She didn't need his voice to remind her of her worth. She learned to speak kindly to herself. She felt stronger with each note. She saved the notebook like a treasure. She realized her heart could grow loyalty to herself, not only to him. She wondered, what else could she teach herself to feel whole? One day, he surprised her with a call at lunch. She smiled and answered. She shared a funny story from her notebook. He laughed and said, "You're amazing on your own." Her cheeks warmed. She realized his words felt sweeter when she already believed them for herself. She listened without fear. They spoke for a few minutes and ended with a promise to talk later. She closed her phone and felt joy spread through her chest. She didn't chase his messages anymore. She met her own eyes in the mirror and asked, "Can two strong people stand side by side?" Mia returned to the park alone. She brought her notebook and pen. She sat on a bench under a tree and wrote. She noted how her heart felt calm watching clouds pass. She wondered how many times she had waited for someone else to fill her mind. She felt thankful for learning to fill it herself. She closed the notebook and breathed in the fresh air. She noticed children laughing nearby. She smiled and waved at a stranger. She felt connection without needing someone specific. She thought, could she share more love with the world now? He asked to meet for dinner. Mia agreed, feeling calm. She dressed simply and left early. She walked without checking her phone. She arrived early and waited with a smile. He came and she greeted him warmly. They talked about her day, her walk, her notebook, her work. She realized she shared more of herself than before. He listened, truly listened. She felt seen and safe. She thanked him and offered to pay, remembering she owned her own worth. He smiled and took her hand. She felt joy in giving and receiving equally. She wondered, how can they keep this balance? Back home, she shared her trip story with him. He listened and asked questions. She felt heard without needing to push. She saw himself lean in, curious. She felt safe enough to speak her mind. She realized they both could share and grow. She felt joy in learning and teaching. She thought of the places she had yet to see. She closed her eyes and felt her heart smile. She felt balance in giving and taking. She wondered, can their love be a path for both of them to grow? Mia's phone buzzed with a group invite. She chose to join a weekend hike with friends. She packed snacks, water, and her notebook. She sent a quick note to her partner, "Be back Sunday." She felt joy in planning her own fun. She hiked up a hill and saw the valley below. She breathed deeply and felt proud of herself. She called him at the top, sharing the view. He cheered her on. She felt two hearts connected across space. She asked, "Can love be the wind at your back, not the chain on your wrist?" After the hike, she rested in her room. She wrote in her notebook, "I climbed a hill today." She laughed softly at her own words. She lit a candle and played soft music. She thought of their journey together and apart. She realized she could stand strong alone and stronger with him. She read old notes and saw how far she'd come. She felt gratitude for the lessons. She wondered what would come next. She felt ready for anything. She smiled at her reflection and asked, "What new chapter will my heart write tomorrow?" Mia sat on her couch, phone in hand, but did not scroll. She closed her eyes and remembered her first fear. She smiled at how much she had grown. She felt steady like a tree with strong roots. She thought of her partner waiting for her call. She dialed his number with calm hands. He answered softly. She said, "I love you," and meant it for herself too. He replied, "I love you too." She felt two hearts beating side by side, each strong on its own. She whispered, "What if we both stand tall together?" If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and comment below with your thoughts. What part spoke to you the most?